I talk to a lot of our homeless, and I would like to say that a mega barracks, a FEMA camp of homeless on Prado Road near the social services, that's doing a disservice to our disadvantage in our society. It's too much to put so many people in a closely confined area. Evidence the Maxine Lewis Center, which has had some tuberculosis outbreaks before. That's too many people in a closed space sharing air, coughing in each other's faces. I think we need to have a dispersal of homeless, smaller little units. We have houses that are vacant or buildings that are vacant that could be stepped into very easily.
So, Don, you support the current location then?
I think it's too big and unhealthy approach.
Okay. Paul.
Well, actually, Don has some really good points. I think the needs of the homeless are probably better suited in smaller living environments rather than putting people in a 200-bed shelter. I got beat up pretty good by the Tribune editorial board for my opinions on this matter. I want to share them with you because they didn't, and I think it's because I disagree with them that they took a pretty big hard hit at me. But I think the site is too small. I think it creates too much impacts in the areas around it. And right now, we have $1 million grant, but that building is going to take at least $6 million to build. And it doesn't make sense to rush into a process when we don't have a structure to pay for the rest of it, nor finance the maintenance of it and the staffing of it once it's built.
I actually agree with most of what my colleagues are saying, and I'll tell you something. The business community has a very legitimate issues with the homeless shelter in the place that it is currently being planned for in South Higuera. In talking to Dan Buckshire last week, Katie Lichtig last week, and Jim Familette from SLO last week, my impression was that we could continue to explore the 40 Prado Road location if we could do an engineering feasibility study. And what that would take would be them going to their decision makers to get about $20,000 each, and then the business community stepping forward and providing its $20,000. Well, I'm in the business community. I'll spend $1,000 of my money to find out if we can do it on 40 Prado. If we can't do it at 40 Prado, they have entitlements, they have a project, they have a need. We do need a new shelter, and they got $1 million grant, and they're going to go ahead. So let's get going and if we want to look at a different alternative, and let's do it. I got my $1,000. I'd love to hear from Chamber folks to help with the rest of it. Thanks.
So